reality is there is not a single rejection that can go out from any of these systems without human intervention. Hello everyone, Rasul here with Data Talent Advisors with another weekly video, and today I wanted to cover demystifying ATS AI for job applicants. So as you have probably noticed, I've slightly pivoted the content to respond to the market and what's going on with folks looking for jobs, just so that we can help out, kind of clarify some things. So I've covered some topics on LinkedIn that we did last week, and now we're doing another one that is about demystifying ATS AI. And the reason that I wanted to cover this one today is because I hear this a lot from folks that are saying, hey, I got rejected right away as soon as I applied for this job or whatever. I get all this talk about AI, and even I know people that are data engineers and data scientists telling me that, hey, I know there are people using some tricks to get around all the bots and the AI, and I'm just not going to do it. Well, I hate to break it to you, giving a lot of these companies too much credit. Okay, so let me tell you how it kind of works a little bit. And before we get into that, let's look at some of the top applicant tracking systems that are out there. Okay, so we've got a little chart which kind of shows you the spectrum. This is not the full market share. These are all the folks that are getting 100K plus jobs, where they're coming from, what applicant tracking system is being utilized. And this is some data that we've got from Ladders, but it's pretty accurate if you were to look at the market share or other ways you can slice and dice the data. There are other resources, but for the most part, Oracle and SAP are pretty much the large applicant tracking system. The lion's share is coming through those two. Workday is actually a pretty big provider as well, applicant tracking system, but there are companies like iCIMS, Greenhouse, JobDiva, Lever. There's just a whole bunch of them, but these are some of the top ones. And the reason that I mentioned these is I really had to kind of dig into their solutions, research what they do, talk to some salespeople, and just get a better idea of what these systems are able to do. The reality is there is not a single rejection that can go out from any of these systems without human intervention, okay? Human intervention, you say, well, how come I got rejected within 3 seconds? Well, the reason you did is because when you're setting up the actual job post as a recruiter, there are a series of what's called knockout questions that you can put into the system. And you have to understand, even though a job, for instance, is remote, the hiring manager may want you to be in Mountain or Pacific time zone, or maybe the job's overseas and you have to be within the UK. You just can't be anywhere in Europe. So these are parameters or knockout questions you can put in geographically to knock out candidates. That's going to be one knockout question. A knockout question that you have even on a McDonald's application is, have you committed a felony? Okay, that's a knockout, obvious. I mean, that's a pretty obvious one. But immigration status will be another one. Okay, some companies can do an H-1B transfer, but they are not able to start the process, or they may not have the resources to do that. Green card holder, U.S. citizen is pretty much the same, but there are a variety of other things that you may need. You don't have a bachelor's degree and they require a bachelor's degree. There may be other things that they may be looking for. The other thing that people don't realize can be happening is, even after a candidate's been chosen and we've decided to hire them, there is about a 2 to 3 week lag period before that job can officially be closed in the applicant tracking system. It's usually for compliance reasons. There's also other reasons from a background check standpoint, because when you get a job, there's a lengthy period that goes on depending on the company as far as the actual background check clears. You officially do not have that job. It says contingent based on clearance of background check. So keep that in mind. So just because there was a job post out there, it may have already closed up because you didn't get to it fast enough, or maybe other applicants were better qualified. But let me tell you what the solution to all this is. Use your network. Custom tailor the application, even your resume. Try to reach out to the hiring manager or to internal recruiters to get your resume to them, okay? That's going to give you some level of success, but if you actually know somebody, it could be an individual contributor to a C-level. Doesn't matter who it is. There's still a known quantity. If you use your network on LinkedIn as a way to communicate with some of these folks and getting in some of these companies, it'll help you. Somebody internally will actually get a referral bonus anywhere between, I've seen anywhere from $1,000 all the way up to $2,500 for a referral bonus. And for most hiring managers and recruiters, referrals are golden. They really are very golden. They've been very good for me as a recruiter and others that I've worked with. So look, I'm just trying to help out, but I have done some of the research for you. I hear this a lot. AI rejected me, but you're giving these companies and these applicant tracking systems way too much credit. If a company like Microsoft is so archaic and legacy with their Outlook, when you're doing a data mining or you're trying to do a search to find a particular email that you're trying to find, this is Microsoft, which has, OpenAI built into its Bing now, and that they're all in bed with OpenAI. If they're having that much trouble for you just finding the email that you need to find, let alone to actually be able to decipher between a business analyst and a machine learning engineer or whatever applicant that came through, you're giving them way too much credit. So I hope this has helped you a little bit, okay? But use your network. That's what you need to do. There are ways you can put together your resume a little better. I would also recommend video cover letters, because that's one thing that we've been starting to do as well. But look, if you have questions or anything, feel free to reach out to us at www.datatalentadvisors.com. I hope you found this post informative. As always, please be sure to hit the notifications button. Make sure you follow me. Make sure you follow Data Talent Advisors. And I hope I've helped you out today. Demystify ATS AI for all of you job applicants out there. I'm over and out. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.